Welcome to class. We're going to begin first by just sitting quiet for 2 minutes. So take a moment to make yourself comfortable. Have a straight spine. Allow yourself to be supported if you need something under your hips, and if you want to be leaning against something. But if you're just, comfortable in space, just allow yourself to close your eyes. And if you're having trouble transitioning into just sudden quiet, you can do a little mental trick that when you inhale, just say inhale to yourself. And then when you come to the exhale, just to yourself, say exhale. And you can do that for a few rounds until you start to feel more connected. And we will begin our 2 minutes just now. I'm just going to set my timer. Okay, now just let's gently inhale and exhale. Okay, I'm going to share my screen now and we'll chant the mantra. Okay, so let's draw our palms together at the heart center. Wrap your shoulders down and back. And let's begin by chanting 3 ohms. So inhale. Om. Okay, let's chant together. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Okay, let's inhale and then exhale to drop your head down. Good, sigh it out. Good, and then just rub your palms together. Get a little warmth. Okay, place the hands over the eyes and have an inhale. And an exhale, bring the hands out and down. Good. So let's come to our mat. So lie down. And I like to start the class lying down often because, especially in the evening, we have a lot on us from the whole day. So it's really good to just connect to the earth and lie down. If we were outside, I would have you guys just lie down in the grass or on the sand and just feel the support of the earth underneath you. Okay, good. And then from here, let's reach the arms up overhead, interlace your fingers. Let's reach back and lengthen through your whole spine. Make a lengthened, long back. Good. And exhale, let's release the arms down. And let's do that again. Inhale, reach back, interlace the fingers. Good. And when you come to the top of the breath, just hold it for a second. Good. And then exhale, let's release the arms all the way down, release your breath. Good. Let's reach back again. Inhale. And then exhale. Let's bring the arms down. Bring the right knee into the chest now. Give yourself a squeeze. Inhale, lift your forehead to the knee. And then exhale, come down. And then again, inhale, let's lift up. And exhale, come down. And let's inhale and come up. Good. And just hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Let's release. Inhale, stretch your right leg straight. If you want to use a belt, you can use a belt. Hold the leg in. And then inhale, let's lift towards the knee. And then exhale, come down. Good again. Inhale, let's lift. And then exhale, come down. And let's inhale and lift. Good, hold. 3, 2, 1. Good, exhale, release down. Bend your right knee and then inhale. Let's just come into a simple twist. Take the knee over towards the left side of the body. Stack your hips. Reach the right arm across and look over the right shoulder. Good. So here we'll hold for 5 breaths. You can create the sound of the ocean. So just as a technique, again, that's just to help you learn to slow your breath down. So that's really important. We want the breath to be long and smooth. So let's inhale and exhale. Inhale again. And exhale for 2. 3, keep going. 4. And then 1 more. Inhale. Good. At the bottom of the exhale, hold your breath and now just unwind. And then inhale, bring the knee back into the chest again. And then exhale, release it down. Reach the arms over again, interlace. And again, create space in the trunk by pressing the heels away and lifting the rib cage up. And then exhale, let's bring the left knee into the chest. Just real easy, kind of like a stretchy thing with the breath, just moving the movement with the breath. And then inhale, let's lift the head towards the knee. Squeeze, and then exhale, come down. And then inhale, let's lift. And then exhale, let's come down. And then inhale, let's lift up. And let's hold in the position. You can hold your breath even for a kumbhaka. 3, 2, and then 1. Good. And then release on the exhale. And now inhale, stretch your left leg up to the ceiling. And again, you can strap it up if you'd like.
or you can just hold the back of the leg or the foot. And then inhale, let's lift up, stretch towards the leg. And then exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, come down. And then inhale, and come up. And hold. Hold your breath. 3, 2, and then 1. Good. And then release. Let's bend left knee. And then we're going to stack on top of the right hip. And then sweep that right knee across. Stack your shoulders a little bit. Press your lower back in. And then reach your left arm across outside the left side of the body. Lift your head up. Look over your left shoulder. Lengthen lower back. And let's come to the ocean practice, Ujjayi, victorious breath. So inhale, exhale, create the sound on the exhale, especially 1. Let's do the next one. And 2. And 3. And 4. And then inhale. And then exhale. Good, let's go ahead and unwind on the inhale. Bring the left knee into the chest. Good, and then exhale all the way out. Stretch your left leg on the floor. Grab your block. We're going to open the front of the hips with a bridge pose, supported bridge. So if you want to grab 2 blocks or 1, if you don't have blocks, then you're going to probably have to do it with a book or something, or some kind of substitute. So let's bend the knees, everybody. Let's lift the hips up. Bend your tippy toes. Place the blocks underneath the sacrum. Good. So let's open the front of the chest and the hams, the hip flexors in the front, like the psoas. Good. Hold the front of the block. Wrap your shoulder heads underneath your back. And now let's walk the legs straight. So it's going to be the right and then the left, or the left and the right. And then press through your heels a lot and pressurize your hips on the blocks. The blocks can be middle height, low, or tall, just depending on, how you feel today. Good. Let's breathe here. 3 rounds. 2. And 3. Good. So from here, just bend your knees, place the foot on the floor, and now inhale, raise your right leg up. Good. Just stretch the leg to the ceiling. Good. And then point the toe, and then exhale, lower the foot down to the floor. Good. And then flex the ankle, raise it up. And then exhale, point and lower. Kind of with control. And then one more time. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, lower. Good. And then bend the right knee and place it back next to the foot next to the left foot. And then inhale, bring your left knee up. Stretch the left leg to the ceiling. Try to make it as straight as you can. Press through the back of the knee. Good. Now point the foot and then lower down. Touch the floor if you can. And then flex. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, point. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, let's point. So just pause here for 1 breath. And then release, bring the knee, and the knee, bring the foot back. Okay, now we're gonna lift the hips, make sure your blocks are together. Come high on the tippy toes. And then inhale, let's lift both legs up together. Inhale. Good, so let the legs be firm. The energy is moving down towards the hips. Yeah, I'm gonna stay here for a few more breaths. Really allow your chest to curve. Arch the spine. Have the legs perpendicular to the floor. Try not to have it like a banana pose. So if they're back this way, you might need to lower the block. Good, and now bend the knees, place the feet back down, and then one more time, walk them out. Stretch the front of the thighs. Good. Connect your chin to your throat. Let's breathe a few rounds. Inhale. Exhale. So imagine your back ribs, and your back ribs are pushing into your body and creating that nice arc. Inhale again. And exhale. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, let's bend the knees. You can do one at a time or both. Now pressurize your feet down. Lift your hips up off the block. And then remove the block. Or the block. Wrap your hands underneath your hips and interlock them. And press and come up to a strong bridge pose. Feel the awakening kind of happening in the back body, the lower back, the buttocks, the glutes. Good. Now from here, we're going to bring the left knee into the chest and stretch the left leg up. And now we're doing it without the block. Good. And then bend the left knee to the chest and release the left foot down. Keep the hips lifted. Inhale, stabilize on that left foot. Bring your right knee into the chest. And exhale, stretch the leg up. Just 3 short breaths here. Press your outer arms into the floor. Good. Now inhale, bend your right knee in, and then exhale, place it down. Lift the hips one more time. Free your hands and roll all the way down. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Good. Now drop your knees apart. Come into Baddha Konasana. If you need to bring your knees into your chest, like just to kind of work out the lower back, please do. Otherwise, we'll do it here, because what we're going to do is we're going to take some pelvic tilt. Okay, so here you're in Baddha Konasana, you're in the butterfly pose. And what I'd like you to do is push your lower back to the floor. Your knees are going to lift. So come in that pelvic tilt. Good, and exhale, then let your lower back just come to its neutral spine, which is, there's a slight curve there. That's the natural curve of the lower back. Good, so that again, inhale, push your lower back down. The knees will lift. Squeeze. And then exhale. Just release the lower back, let it come back to its natural shape. Good, a few more times. Inhale, press the lower back in to the floor. Feel a little bit of that hardening and toning of the lower abdomen. And then exhale. Let's release, let the tailbone drop down. 2 more. Inhale, curl that tailbone up. The kneecaps lift, or the inner thighs lift. And then exhale, let's release them down. Good, one more. Inhale, we're gonna lift the knees up, press the lower back down, squeeze. Good, and then release. Now let the natural curvature of your spine come in there and just rock your knees side to side. Okay, good. Now we're going to take a new pose. I'm not sure if you guys know this pose. It's a variation of this. So the first one is without the belt, but we may want to use the belt. So basically we're going to come up and we're going to thread our hands around the front of the ankles. So you need to kind of come on top of your arms and have an arch in the back and come into the pose. So if you cannot reach the ankle, so your arms there, your hands are underneath your outer hips and underneath your thighs, you're going to do it with the belt. You're going to take the belt on the front of the ankles and weave it underneath your hips. and lift up that way. Okay, so this is this is a supine setu bandha with a back bend. Okay, so just choose your variation. Feet are together. You kind of roll side to side like a bug. Wrap your arms underneath your back, and then bring the heels close to the groin. Okay, bring your chin to your throat. Pressurize the soles of the feet together. And we're going to breathe. Let the knees drop down. Feel the opening of the pelvis. Good. And come to the ujjayi pranayama. So inhale, we'll go round of 5. Exhale. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Good. So slowly release the hands, whichever, if you're gripping the ankles or the belt, and then release your arms away and let your back come down flat. Good. And then inhale, close your knees together, bring the knees into the chest, and with the hands on top of the knees, take a few circles. Going out. And then go the other way. Good, now place the feet on the floor. Stack your right ankle on top of your left, and let's come into thread the needle. So inhale, bring the left thigh close to your the left rib cage, and thread the right arm between the thighs. Good, flex both feet, and then breathe. Okay, one more breath. Good, now release. Just take your arms now into an airplane wing. And then you're just gonna roll your hips to the left. So stay in the same position. And just take a light twist. Look over your right shoulder. Keep pushing your right knee away. Good, and inhale, come up, and then roll the same position to the right. Let the left foot come down, and then you can drop the left knee to the floor. Keep the right foot outside the left knee and look over the left shoulder. Good, then inhale, let's rise back up. And then again, repeat, thread the needle one more time. Bring that left thigh in a little closer and use your right elbow to press your right thigh away. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's release and then switch. Take the right foot down. Take the left ankle on top of the right knee, and then inhale, pushing the left knee away from you. Bring the right leg in, and then come and open. Stretch that left outer glute med, they call it, glute maximus. Good. 3, 2, and then 1. Let's bring the arms out to the airplane wings. Inhale, and then twist the legs to the right. Look over your left shoulder. Good, and then inhale, lift the legs up and go toppling all the way over the other side, and then let the right knee drop down with the left foot outside the right knee. Look over the right shoulder. So just saying about 3 breaths that are, if you can go 4 seconds in, maybe 5 seconds out, try that. Just count on your own. All right, next inhale, let's rise back up. And then again, thread the needle back in that right side, coming closer. A little bit closer, having loosened up the surrounding muscles. All right, good. And let's release. Place the feet down. Now we're going to take happy baby. So take the arms inside the legs, and it's kind of like an upside down squat. So just bring the hands to the outer feet. Press your lower back down. So imagine you're in a squat, but you're just lying down. And press your lower back to the floor. Let the weight of the hands draw the energy through the heels and the shaft of your shin, your lower legs, through into the knees, and the knees going towards the floor. And then if you can hold the big toes. Otherwise, you're going to let the hands slide down the legs, because maybe it's the outer legs. And we're going to come to a V. We're going to come into Supta Konasana. And open the inner thighs. And then lift your head up, and then bring your arms through your legs and stretch through the heels. Turn the toes down. Good, and then lower down, and then come back up. And lower down. And then come right back up again. Good, grab a hold of the feet or the outside of the knees or the outer legs. Lower the head back down. Good, and then come back into happy baby on the inhale. And then exhale. Let's join the soles of the feet together. Come into Supta Konasana. Heels over your groin. So kind of over the intersection of your legs. If you can, hold the pinky toe side of the feet and let your elbows draw the knees apart. Good, now from here, we're gonna rock up. So hold on to the feet somehow, to the ankles, and then bring the heels up, and then rock all the way up. And stay in Baddha Konasana, and then exhale, fold down. You can let your hands extend. And then inhale, look up, and then exhale, walk to the left. You're in the Baddha Konasana, turn a little bit of a twist. Good. Let's inhale, come back to center and go over to the other side. Good. Inhale, come back to center, and maybe fall down a little bit deeper, depending on what that means to you. Good. And then come up on the inhale. Use your hands to close your knees together. Good. And then just stretch your legs out, massage them a little bit, and come into a forward bend. Okay, let's look up. And if you can, interlace your fingers and come up and stretch all the way up. Good. Release the arms down. So we're going to bend the, I'll turn around. We're going to bend the right knee back. and place it outside of your outer right hip. This is Trianga Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana, but we're gonna do a little variation of it. So if you notice that it's really hard for you to sit like this, like maybe your knee is kicking out or that there's pain in the ankle, get something to place under your left sit bone. So maybe it's a pillow or your block, and just have it under the left sit bone. Okay, like that. And then you can have the knee straight ahead. And if it, you know, it may not be perfect, it's totally fine. Just, you know, allow yourself just the benefit of the doubt. Okay, so then from here, we're going to reach back and we're going to slowly lean back. Take your time. And as you start to come back, you're going to lift your hips up and you're going to shrug your lower back forward. Right, so your tailbone is going to move towards the feet or towards the, you know, the knees. And now we're going to move into that quad stretch. If you would like to come to the floor, you can come to the floor. If you want support with the blocks, place the blocks underneath the shoulder blades. And then maybe the head, maybe the block can go a little higher. Support. Otherwise, if you feel comfortable enough, you're going to go down flat to the floor, or maybe that's the very low block. And then pressurize the right shin down, right hip bone is reaching towards the knee. Good, and we'll stay here in this very uncomfortable position for just 3 breaths. If you like, you can raise the arms overhead and hold the elbows. Good, so 3, 2, and then 1 more breath. Good, and let's plan to come up. So if your arms were interlaced, you can reach them back over your head, sweep them down, come onto your elbows, everybody, and use your arms to press yourself up. Good, and then just release the right leg straight. And you can rub the leg, you know, if you need to, feel it's a little bit sticky. Okay, let's take the second side. Left leg comes back, heel outside of the hip. Adjust so that you can have your, you know, whatever, something under your right sit bone. You can use support with the blocks to lean back. Let's pressurize that left shin down. Inhale, fold back, like with a back bend if you can. And then take the time, lengthen the lower back. Come onto the elbows first. Maybe that's the pose for you. Maybe you're on your arms. Maybe you're just leaning back like you're at the beach. That's totally good too. Or the swimming pool, you know, just relaxing. Okay, if you can come down a little bit more, you can bend the right knee and then readjust the lower back. Maybe you're on the block. And as the quad starts to open and the front of the hip flexor starts to stretch, maybe you can come home a little bit closer to the floor. Keep the lower back lengthening, knees together if possible, and then breathe. Breathe into the space that's really sticky and tight and resistant. Inhale for 1. Inhale again. That's 2. And then inhale 1 more time. Pressurize the left shin down, lengthen from the hip bone to the top of the kneecap, and then exhale. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and come up. Use your elbows to press yourself up. And then lean to your right and just stretch that left leg out. Okay, now we're going to come to Supta Virasana. So we're going to do the double leg version. If you have kind of a blanket or something, soft, you can spread it over your mat. And if you don't have one, don't worry about it. Good. So this position, we may just be practicing Vajrasana. You're just gonna sit on your heels if that's something that where you're working comfortably. Otherwise, we're gonna move into a variation of this is called the hero's pose rather than the lightning bolt pose. And to get into this pose, you can use a block or not. First, I'll show it without the block. So you're going to bring the fingertips behind the knees, right behind you, jam in there. And then your knees are together. Then you're going to turn the flesh of the calves out, like away from your shins. The feet are going to come apart just wide enough for your hips and your butt to slide down. Okay. And then you want to bring the feet in a little bit closer towards the outer hips and push the pinky toe side of the foot down. Okay, so that's the first variation. If you're not all the way down, you can use a block or a pillow or a blanket and put that block in between the heels and sit on that. Okay, if one block is not enough, then you put 2 blocks. And you can sit a little bit higher. Right, and just practice here, stretching the front of the shins with support. Okay. So some of you are not going to lean back. So when this position is enough, you're stretching the front of the shins. You can slightly lean back a little bit, maybe using your arms as support, like a modified camel. Okay. Otherwise, we're going to lie back in Supta Vedasana, continuing with the opening of the front of the pelvis. And we're going to do the same thing. As we start to lean back, we're going to lift the hips, lengthen lower back, start to lower down. You can use support of the block. Or you can have in the medium size, low size. Kind of just play with it, see what's comfortable. If you're in the supine position and you can free your arms, you're going to reach your arms back and then hook your forearm, hook your elbows and relax back. Pressurize the front of the shins down. Keep curving the tailbone up and lengthen the whole side waist. Good. We'll stay here just for 3 long breaths. And again, if this pose is really challenging, I recommend that you do it without leaning back. You just start to acclimatize having the pose, the geometry of the pose of the lower body. And then when that becomes a little bit more comfortable, we can lean back with a lot of props, but we don't have that, obviously. Good, let's have one more rest. All right, let's release. Let's reach the arms overhead or just start to begin to push yourself up through your elbows or your hands. Let your chest lead the way. Palm up. Good, remove any props from your mat. And let's go ahead and stretch forward. Come up, lift your hips. Good, and then you're gonna lift up into downward dog and just stretch the feet, stretch the heels, the ankles, the calves. All that folding, all that compressing of the legs is really good for circulation once we come out of it. Okay, good. Let's come forward and just drop the knees down and come into a little back bend. Good, and then just pick your hips up, come back into downward facing dog. Good, walk back and come into a squat position. Bring your hands to your heart. Good, then from here, bring your hands down. You're gonna lift your hips, heel till your feet in a little bit and raise your right leg up. Good, and release your right leg down, separate the feet again, and squat again. And one last. Lengthen your lower back. And then inhale. And then exhale. Let's place the hands down and fold into Uttanasana. Bring your feet a little bit close together and then raise the left leg up. 2-minute standing split. Hands can be anywhere on a block, just wherever you feel comfortable. Lift it up. Good. Let's release the left foot down. Walk the hands back to the front of the mat. And then lower the hips to the floor and come into your upward facing dog or cobra. And then this time bend the knees. Go ahead and arch back. Good. Release the leg. Lift the hips. Come back into Ardha Svanasana. Good. Raise the right leg up. And then come into a one-legged dog. Good. And bend the right knee and topple over. And then come into just a humble, like a little back bend. Reach around. Good. And then unwind. Raise the right leg up again. And then lunge it through. Okay, so just come into your, now you're just a basic Anjaneyya. Drop your left hip down, look over your right shoulder. Good, and now look over your left shoulder. Just let the lengthening of the left hip, left front hip flexor. Good, and now look back at your right shoulder. You can double up your mat if you need to. And you're gonna bend the left knee and reach back with your right hand. And then stretch through the front of the hip again. So look over the right shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Good, let's release. And then just lightly stretch out your right leg, everybody. Let's pump it a few times. 1, 2. Good, and then 3. Let's do one more time. Stretch through the hamstring. Okay, now from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to slide the heel forward and come into Hanuman position. So you can do the half variation. You can continue with that, right? Or you can bring a block underneath your right sit bone and position the hip on there and try to straighten the right leg. So you can try that. Yeah. Or you can just try to come down into the full position. So we really opened up the quad, so it might be easier to get into a little bit deeper already. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and release. So press into the floor if you're in the full position. If you're in the half position, just bend the right knee. Now everybody just bend the right knee. Good, and let's just step back to down dog. And then inhale, upward facing again. Or cobra. And then bend your knees, arch back. Drop your shoulder heads back. Good. Exhale, release. Curl your toes. Lift the hips up and come into downward dog. So we're going to flip over. So make sure you have space around you. Let's raise the left leg up. Bend the left knee. Good. And bring the left foot behind the right. And then you can walk the right foot the right a little bit, and then come up into extension. All right, good. Let's inhale, let's unwind, turn. Take your left leg up again. And let's lunge it all the way forward. Okay, then place the back knee down, come into Anjaneyya first. Good, let's drop the right hip down and let's look over the left shoulder. Lengthen, so you're just lengthening to the whole right side of the body. Going from the hip, even up higher from the hip, all the way to the tips of the toes. Good, and then let's turn, let's look over the right shoulder. And then inhale again, let's turn to the left and now bend the right knee, reach back and grab the foot if you can. Bring the heel towards the buttocks and turn over the left shoulder, twist. Your chest elevates, stay with your breath. Good, and then exhale, let's release. Good, straighten out the left leg and let's go ahead and come to half Hanuman. We'll pump it a few times, 1 and 2, 3. Good, and now on the 4th one, we'll hold it. We'll come to the variation that you're gonna practice. If you're gonna do the full variation or if you're gonna use support with the block under the sit bone. If you're gonna try to go a little wider in your stance, you can slide the left heel forward, bring your right knee back. Try to square your hips best you can. Point through the left big toe. One more breath. All right, good. Let's come out of the posture. So we're gonna slowly, if you're in the full posture, bend the left knee. If you're in the half posture, bend your left knee. Good, place your hands down, everybody, and step back to downward dog. Good, inhale, come forward, lower the hips down, and come into, again, to that slight back bend. With the knees, with the heels lifted. Good, and then exhale, just come all the way to your belly. Roll your inner thighs to the ceiling. Bring your forehead to the floor. Inhale, bring your bend your knees, reach back. Grab the ankles. We're gonna come up into Dhanurasana. Inhale, tailbone extends towards the knees. Lift everything up. Good, and lower. Keep the position. Inhale, lift. And then lower. Good, let's inhale, lift. Let's hold for 3, 2, 1, and then release. Good, just stretch out your legs. Bring your hands back in line with your chest. Lengthen your lower back. Straighten the arms. Come up. Good, now curl your toes. Lift the legs up off the floor. And then come to downward dog. Bend your knees and you go back. And take your feet as wide as the mat. Bend your knees and bring your chest towards the side. Good, then exhale, straighten the heels to the floor, get your knees. And then again, knees lift, bring your chest towards the thighs, and then straighten. And then one more time, lift the heels, bend the knees, bring your chest in, lift the bones up. Good, and then straighten the knees. Okay, let's bring the feet hip distance now. Raise your right leg up. And then exhale, we're gonna lunge forward. Turn the left heel down. Let's come up, warrior two. Good, take your hands to your hips and just take a few pumps. That warrior stance, let the inner right thigh open, stretch the left hip a little bit. Good, and now bring your arms out. Straighten the back knee. Look over your right shoulder, lengthen the lower back. Make sure the knee's in line with the ankle. Good, straighten the right knee, come down, come into your triangle pose. Stay even on that right leg. And let's reach the left arm over the ear. And stretch all the way along the left hemisphere of the body. Good, reach the left arm up. Look down, you're gonna step up. Let's come up into half moon. So just try to balance on that right leg. Flex the top foot, top leg. Right leg can bend a little bit. Okay, everybody, take a giant step back now. And then bend your right knee. Place your right hand on the inside of the right foot. Good, and just reach up and look up and take your left hand arm way back behind you. Good, and then exhale. Let's reach down and come down into lizard. Good, next inhale, we're gonna come up and turn to your left. Come into Padottanasana. And then bend your right knee. Come into a side lunge. All right, and then come to the side lunge on the other side. Good, come back to center. Hold your ankles, pull down. Lift your shoulder heads away from the ears. Good, let's look up halfway now. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, turn to the right again. And now just stretch over the right leg. So you're coming to Padottanasana. So just that pyramid position, hold down. And place your left hand on top of your right foot and take your right arm up. Parivrita. Good, let's release down. And then step back, everybody. And lower down Chaturanga all the way to the floor. Bend your knees, reach back, and lift, Dhanurasana. Good, exhale, release. Bring the hands alongside the chest, come up into Urdhva Dhanurasana. And exhale. Adho Mukha. Good, let's raise the left leg up. And then lunge it to the left thumb. Set it up for warrior two. Windmill the right arm up. Good, just find your alignment. Take your hands to your hips and just go ahead and pump the front leg a few times. Letting the pelvis open a little bit in this direction. Okay, good. And now Find your posture. Open the arms to the side. Look over your left shoulder. Keep your lower back descending and pressing a little bit into the front of your pelvis. Good. On the next inhale, straighten out the left leg and just spill over the left leg and come into Utthita Trikonasana. So lengthen through the trunk. The feet are really stable. So the right foot is pressing to the outer blade of the foot. You're lifting your inner arch. The left foot, the left big toe is pressing down. Good. Now from here, let's bend the left knee. Keep the right arm up. And you're going to step up and come up into Ardha Chandrasana. Just a simple form today. Try to balance. Good. 3, 2, 1. Take a giant step back. Good. And then from there, we're going to rise up into Warrior 2 again. And then lean forward and take the left hand down to the inside of the left big toe. Come into Partial Konasana. Take the right arm up. Good. And then exhale, release the right hand down and come into Lizard. Good. Then let's come up. Let's turn to the right. Come back into the wide-legged stance. Fold down. Bring your hands now through your legs and turn the fingers back. Right? So palms facing the floor, turn the fingers back and pull the chest through the legs. Okay, good. Let's walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Let's bend the right knee. Come into the side lunge. And then bend the left knee. Good. And just come up right to center. Inhale, look up. And then exhale, fold over the left leg. Ardha. Adjust your feet in a way that makes you feel comfortable in the pose. And then place your right hand on top of your left foot or left ankle and sweep your left arm up. So lift your navel up. Good, let's release down and then press back into downward facing dog, everybody. Lift your heels up, bend your knees, bring your chest towards your thighs, look forward at your hands. And then slowly bring the heels down, straighten the knees, relax your head down towards the floor. Good, then remember we're gonna jump to a squat. So jump your feet forward, feet together. Good, take your hands back and bring your legs forward. Good. Okay, so just one or two more poses. We're gonna open our legs to Upavishta Konasana. So try to put the heels in the corners of the mat. Somewhere in that vicinity. And then roll your inner thighs down and your outer thighs up. Good. Let's reach up, inhale, interlace. Good, and then bring your hands apart and exhale. Just fold down. Good, flex your ankles Slowly release down. Set your back. Good, let's look up and then walk over towards the right leg. If you can, hold the foot. If not, just bring the hands outside of the leg. If you want, you can use your belt and strap it up, just depending on if you feel that will help you. Good, try to remember the left leg, even though you're not thinking about it, you're thinking about the right leg. Just that action in the left leg. Good, and fold over the right leg. Good, inhale, keep your right arm down and turn your chest and reach your left arm up to the sky. You can hold the big toe of the right foot if that's available, or you can also hold the belt, or you can just have your hand somewhere along the leg. Good, reach your arm over your left ear. Good, and then reach the left arm up, turn again towards the right leg, fold. And then inhale, let's look up, and then just kind of cross back over to the middle and go to the left leg. Inhale, look up. And then exhale, let's fold. Wherever you feel comfortable, lengthen the right rib cage down. So let's look up, keeping the right hand down. You can grab the big toe and then sweep open your chest, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. And then maybe reach the arm over the ear and lengthen. Good, inhale, reach the right arm up, and now just turn over the left leg one more time, come down. And then inhale, come up, let's go one more time to the center, look up, and then fold. And then inhale, come all the way up, bring your arms out, your hands outside, and just close your legs together. Just kind of pedal. Good, let's lie down. And from here, you're just gonna pedal your feet together and just kind of rock your body kind of like a baby in a swing or being, carried. Just rock your feet. Let your breath settle. So as you rock your feet, the heels are connecting to your mat so that your body can just go up and down along your spine, along that spinal axis. Good, and also allow your breath to deepen a few rounds. Just energizing, a slight contraction, and then we'll release. Just keep going, a few more seconds. Good, and then just relax, let go, and come to Shavasana. So today we will go through all of the pranayamas, okay, so go ahead and set yourself up in a cross-legged position.
something comfortable. If you'd like support for your back, because we will be upright and seated for this next section, maybe you can lean against the wall, or you can lean against the edge of your bed, or set it up with a cushion. Make yourself as comfortable as possible. And then also know that you can always change the cross of the leg, the position of the legs, anytime you want. Okay, so we're just going to run through as many of the breathing practices that we can. It'll kind of be like a medley. Yeah, let's do a couple of rounds of cyclic sign. So first, we'll just close the eyes if you're comfortable with that. If you're not comfortable closing your eyes, just let your eyes be very softly gazing at something pleasant or something that you feel is innocuous, doesn't disturb you. And let's just go ahead and take a couple of rounds of normal breath. Okay, so let's begin. So we're going to inhale through the nostrils and then hold your breath and then inhale again. Good, and hold. And then exhale. Way out. Okay, let's try that again. Inhale through the nostrils. Hold. Inhale again. And hold. And then let it go. Exhale through the mouth. Make sure that you allow a full state of relaxation to occur in the chest, and the shoulders, and the abdomen. Good. Again, inhale. Let's hold. Inhale again. Hold. And then exhale, let it go. Good. Let's try one more. Inhale. Let's hold and pause. Hold the breath in Kumbhaka. Inhale again. And hold. And exhale. Good. Cycle with the natural breath. And release. So we'll go through abdominal, thoracic, and then collarbone breathing. So bring the hands to the belly if that's helpful. Or let's just gently inhale through the nostrils, expand your belly. And then exhale, let's bring the belly in. Good, so let's go ahead and do a count of 4-4. So inhale into your belly, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then just turn it around. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, again, inhale, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So let's bring the hands up now. They can rest on the rib cage or on the chest. And let's breathe into the chest. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So the chest and the rib cage is expanding. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, inhale, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now let's bring the hands up to the collarbones, at the clavicle. And we're going to inhale, and the chest is going to lift towards the collarbone. The collarbones are going to spread. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Release the hands down. Have a natural breath. Inhaling at your own speed, exhaling at your own speed. Okay, let's come to the yogic breath now, full yogic breath. So along those complete spots or phases of the trunk. Let's go ahead and we'll play with that in a couple of variations. So let's inhale into the belly, the chest, the upper rib cage. Good. And then exhale, release from the upper rib cage, upper chest, clavicle, rib cage, and the belly. Okay. All right, good. So now let's inhale into the belly. Hold your breath. Inhale into the rib cage and middle of the chest. And then hold your breath. And then inhale all the way to the top of the collarbones and the throat. And hold your breath. And then exhale through your nose all the way out. Good. Again, inhale to the belly and hold. Inhale to the chest or the rib cage and hold. And then inhale all the way to the throat and hold. Keeping the lips closed, exhale through your nose, soft and long and smooth. Okay, let your belly come in at the end and the whole trunk and squeeze. Let's try that again. Inhale, navel, and hold. Continue your inhale, rib cage spreading, and then hold. You kind of feel that you're at the end of your breath, but you still got a little more space. Let's fill it. Inhale. You kind of feel like you're going to burst. You're holding now. And then through the nose, exhale, let it go. Good. Cycle your breath, natural, long, and smooth. Inhale and then exhale. Okay, now we'll begin the resonance breathing, and we're going to do a 4-to-6 ratio today. And so if you can, try to inhale through the nose and just fill the entire abdominal cavity with air. And you're going to have a feeling that your lungs are in a 3-dimensional space, and you can then turn the breath around and move back through that space in the trunk, and everything is happening in and out of the nose. Okay, so I'm going to turn the sound on. Inhale. Exhale. You'll go 2 minutes. Inhale about 4 seconds and exhale for about 6. I'll go quiet now. Okay, take one more breath. And gently exhale. Okay, good. So switch the cross of your legs if they're feeling stiff or awkward. So we're going to move into Ujjayi pranayama now from a seated position. And let's practice the sound that we make in the exhale, but we'll first start with the mouth open. So the sound is kind of like a ha sound. Okay, so try that. Inhale to the nose and exhale. Kind of like you're fogging a mirror. Okay, again, inhale. Notice that you're squeezing your belly. Good, one more time, inhale. Good, just like that sound that you would do when you're trying to clean your glasses. Okay, so now we'll repeat, but this time we're going to do the same, but we're just going to close the lips, and the lips will remain touching. So inhale, and create the ha sound with the mouth closed. Inhale with the nostrils, and then exhale. Good, now this time just keep your neck straight, but just drop your chin down and lift your chest. And we're going to do a round of 5 of the Ujjayi. So inhale. Exhale, creating that sound of the ocean or that ha sound. Again, inhale. Exhale, ha. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale through the throat. And exhale, creating the ha sound. Okay, let's lift the chin. Inhale a natural breath. And then exhale all the way out. Good. The next practice is samavriti, or the box breathing. So we will inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for 4. Okay, we're just going to do a few rounds just to get the feel. And we've practiced this before. So let's inhale, everybody, for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing the belly in, hold. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll hold. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just hold your breath. Good. Go ahead and do 2 more on your own. When you've completed the second round, take a nice long natural breath and exhale. So, okay, so due to time, we're going to just finish off with calming breaths, and tomorrow we will move at the beginning of class into the activating breaths. Okay, so again, stretch your legs if you need to. And now we're going to practice the alternate nostril breathing. So let's come to the Nasika Mudra, or Vishnu Mudra, it's called also. And the left hand's going to be in Jnana Mudra, so join the index finger and the thumb and rest the palm down on the left thigh. Good, so this is a balancing breath, and just let it be a meditation going in and out of both nostrils alternately. So let's start by inhaling through both nostrils. Let's close the right nostril with the thumb. Let your chin come down just slightly, but the chest is lifting. Exhale all the way out through the left nostril. And then inhale through your left. We're going to do a ratio, so we're going to go in for about a count of 4. Okay, now close your nostril. We're going to hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through your right for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And hold your breath for a count of 1 and 2. Inhale through your right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Close and hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through your left. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then hold. 1, 2. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Close and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And hold your breath here at the bottom for 1, 2. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 1, 2. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Close the left nostril. Hold your breath. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right. 4, 3, 2, 1. And pause. 1, 2. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Close the right nostril. Hold your breath. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the left. 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold the breath. 1, 2. Good. Now just inhale through your left nostril all the way up without holding the breath. And then right away switch. Exhale right. Inhale through your right. And then exhale all the way out through your left. Good. Release your right hand down and then breathe naturally through both nostrils, inhaling up. And then exhaling out. Good. Okay, 2 more practices, very short. We're going to practice the Shitali. So we're going to inhale through the tube in the tongue. Lift your head and drink your tongue back. Hold your breath. Bring the chin down now. Good, and now exhale through the nostrils and lift your head up to neutral. Good, let's do that again. Make the taco or turn your tongue, where you can breathe through your teeth. And as you do that, inhale and lift your chin up. Look up. Good, drink your tongue down back in the back of the throat. Hold your breath. Bring your chin down. Hold. Good. Exhale through the nostrils and lift your chin up to neutral. Good. One more. Inhale through your tongue. Lift your head on the inhale. Pull your tongue back into the back of the throat. Hold your breath. drop your chin down, retain the breath. Good, and exhale through the nose and bring your chin up. Good, cycle a normal breath. Exhaling. Good, so now we're going to practice, we're going to close with Brahmari, and we're just going to do a variation where we're going to just close our ears, and we're going to create the sound of the humming bee. Okay, and we'll just do 5 rounds to conclude the practice. So just close off here the sound. You're going to inhale, and as you exhale, So completing the 5 rounds, release the hands down. And now just sit quiet. Just meditate for a moment. Let's join the palms together at the heart center, and I'll chant the closing mantra. If you know it, chant with me. So let's inhale 1 Om. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. All right, let's bow the forehead in, everybody. Have a nice big inhale. And then exhale, just open your eyes and release your hands down. And come back into your space.